Hello, people of the internet. We are Writers of the Lost Sword, and this is episode 39 of our somewhat occasional podcast.
Yeah, we're sorry about the last 2 weeks. We've been having some issues, personal issues with all of us. So we're trying to get back in the swing of things. So eventually, everything should smooth out soon enough. This is
Eventually.
yeah.
Uh,
This is Lazy Star Frozen Traveler.
the Derpy Star, Nami-chan.
The Stalker Star, Juzo Decker.
The fuck?
But anyway, from that kind of intro, and probably from the thumbnail, tonight's topics are Uchu Sentai, Q Ranger from Toei, and all those other people. We're covering episodes 5 through 15.
And there's a lot to go over.
Actually, no. How for episodes, how close are you to current?
I stopped at 15.
I was one episode away from getting current.
Alright, so we'll just keep it to 15. I was kind of hoping that you guys were doing this stuff weekly like I am. But
Well, I kind of like to binge at least 5 episodes at a time, and, 20th episode's about to come out.
see, I don't have the patience for that, so no.
Because I'm also binging One Piece on the side, trying to get caught up with that.
Oh, you poor person. You very
I'm
poor
almost
person.
on episode 300, so...
Yeah, you're like halfway.
And it only took me, a week to get through 100 episodes?
Okay, you're actually doing really well,
I have no life.
Bug. And our other topic is the recently happened E3. That was like 2 weeks ago.
And it was somewhat glorious, somewhat eh.
The best way to summarize E3, Samurai Jack, when he's in that whale, he's just looking around and such. He's like, and it says, "When does the magic begin?" There's no magic here, is there? Everyone else.
A lot of the demos also felt really, really just uninspired.
But that's for later. For now, Uchi Sentai Q Ranger. Holy crap! A lot of stuff happened, and it was awesome. Also,
We got new members, we got lots of action, and we got new mechs!
and Q-Tamas.
And I love the fact that we actually got some development for the characters. It was... Lucky is not as annoying as he once was. You actually get some backstory of that he's not a total dick. He's more of a... I'm looking at everything optimistically.
Yeah. Also, Yosha Lucky times 30.
It was like not all there. It was like black instead of the silver, and that he was actually using a technique Kiyotama instead of an actual Kiyotama for power.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Also, we got more Seiza blasters because why the fuck not? When there was only supposed to be a few.
Yeah, they said that there was only 9 of these, and then all of a sudden there's a 10th one.
Because Toku continuity is bullshit.
Oh, and by the way, Real Commander, his star is a pun. Master. Master.
A lot of the stuff in the show are puns.
Yeah, and most of them are coming from Rio Commander.
And they are glorious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, another thing, the gauntlets that he had, in the incomplete form they were white. In the complete form, they're purple.
I kind of hate the white gauntlets, to be honest.
Yeah, they make the gloves look too long.
It also clashes with the aesthetic of the suit.
Yeah. It kind of... Oh, go ahead, Nathan. Or Juzo.
I was going to say that meeting Stinger's brother Scorpio was freaking amazing. He's like
Takatoa?
another one of those amazing characters. Is that too far ahead?
No, that's I think that may be too far ahead.
I think I I've been ready for about 2 weeks, so some of the stuff is kind of
uh, yeah, he showed up in episode 5 and episode 11 onward. So you're not too bad.
okay. I'm just We've been waiting for 2 weeks to get this done.
Yeah, but I do gotta say, his monster form looks really cool.
It looks sexy. Like there's certain designs that like look really really well, and that will withstand the test of time. I think this is gonna be one of those.
Yeah, I just don't like what's underneath the mask.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to show the actual corruption, but you know that's a thing.
But yeah, I think that he reminds me a lot of Juzo Fuwa. That's one of the reasons I love him, and the fact that he uses can transform part of his body to be even poison is just awesome as hell.
Yeah. And
also, Ryu Commander's mech is a fucking dragon as well. Like it's so like all the mechs that we've gotten over this arc are amazing.
oh yeah. I mean, the only one that I have a problem with is actually the Cyan Big Star, because it's two Zords in one. It's supposed to symbolize the Big and Small Dipper.
Well, yeah, but you know, we need more toys.
Yeah, I mean, how's that even going to work as a toy? Is it like a little Beyblade for the top one, for the smaller one?
Let it rip.
Or more like a Dead Heat from Drive.
Yeah.
Quit bringing up stuff I need to finish.
Do when you get the chance. It's a pretty good season.
Because I have my whole kind of schedule planned out for a while. Because currently I'm watching Nebius on Sundays. Ultraman Nebius, and it's really, really good. And so that'll definitely be on my list after Evangelion.
So I can't remember what episode. I think it was 10. Was with the almost death of Champ from Scorpio because he got in the way of Stinger.
I think that's a little bit later, dude. Yeah, it's much later. Much later.
And I look forward to it.
Yeah.
What about the partnership between Scorpio or Stinger and Champ to go after Scorpio? Was that?
Yeah, that's like Space 15. That's in Space 15. Like saying, "Hey, I know now that I know that you actually tried to help my professor. I actually think you're a cool guy, but I'm gonna try to kill your brother now."
Let me help with that, please.
No, I don't. No, I want to do it alone. No, you must. I must be your partner. I must apologize. Must appease. Make amends for being a dick to you the whole time.
Also, we got stuff from like the Deck Ranger Gavin Q Ranger thing.
I also think that's a little bit later.
Well, I mean, we weren't supposed to talk about this a couple weeks ago, and you know, it's like,
yeah,
the promotional stuff for this.
Okay, let's actually move on to that. They actually had a pretty good explanation to why Deca Ranger and Gavan aren't really helping keep these jerk matters off the away or in check. It's another universe.
Because Sentai continuity is bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's just about as fucked as the Power Rangers one right now.
I mean, did they ever really have a continuity outside of? Well, I mean, yeah, but
I mean, it had a pretty good, really good continuity from
from like the beginning to 2009.
yeah, Mighty Morphin to
RPM.
Dino Thunder actually.
Ah,
Because remember, SPD was like in the future of 2012
oh yeah.
or something like that. 2012 or 2020.
Continuity. Please don't fuck up no more, but it will.
And yeah, it started getting worse once RPM showed up, and then there's a whole thing with Dino Charge that I'm not going to get into because it pisses me the right fuck off.
It pisses me off, but also it makes sense.
Not really.
Because time shit.
Time's already fucked as it is.
Time travel makes things worse.
Because of the morphine grid, goddammit. The morphine grid!
Ah, damn.
You cannot use that as an excuse for every little thing that goes wrong. But they do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm just trying to find the episode list here.
Honestly, I feel like that would have been Go Buster's plot, Americanized plot is, hey, we have to fight inside the morphing grid or something.
Ooh.
And actually give us some details on it.
So what I'm trying to remember or trying to understand correctly. I know that with Gokaiger, supposedly every Sentai team was on the same dimension, same Earth,
Yep.
and they pushed away the Zangu Empire. And I'm not for sure about the rest of them. We know for spoiler, know for a fact that Q Ranger is a different dimension, and that's why the Earth has been taken over by the Dark Matter.
I just say
Empire.
Jerk Matter. Jerk Matter sounds more appropriate for these guys. They're all jerks.
Oh, yeah.
But, yes, continue.
Continuity.
So does that mean that how does Aka Red deal with this since they're in a totally different dimension?
He's a spirit. The laws of dimension travel don't really apply to him. Or his existent team. So, yeah.
Aka Rangers to show up.
Yeah. They just kind of show up because justice needed to be had.
Because I want to see red blue and red green and red yellow and red pink.
And red gold if they have it.
It's probably a thing for every...
Every what?
Ugh. That'll be... I mean, we got Common Sentai Go Rider.
I don't think
Which,
that actually counts. Or... Eh.
I don't know. Oh, I mean, it's up to Aquared if he wants to include it.
It's just another one of those unofficial Sentais.
You know, I think that's what we should do, like, as our next thing is Common Sentai Go Rider.
Yeah. Alright, since...
It's 4 episodes, and we can get it done in a week.
Hopefully in a week.
Yes. I mean, also, is this all we can really say about Q Ranger for now? Without giving away too much?
The X8 episode. The X8 crossover.
Oh, yeah. Fuck.
That was so shoehorned in.
It really was.
X8 Q-Tama. Who the fuck's an X8?
I need an adult.
Yeah. And
We're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this battle with no continues. What?
I didn't know that all of us had continues. Yoshalaki!
God, that was horrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. It wasn't as bad as the one for Ghost and Zoolger, but it was still pretty bad.
I haven't seen that one, thankfully, yet.
Yeah, it's just if you happen to see the title of the episode, do skip it. It doesn't contain anything to the plot.
I mean, do they ever really?
No. The only one that I could think of was Tokyuger and Gaim. That led up to the Heisei versus Showa movie.
Oh, well, yeah, that, but...
And also the
it's...
Ninja and Drive one that led up to the GP movie.
Oh, yeah. Because those are coming out. Also, that reminds me of the other movie we have to take a look at some point.
Mighty Morphin Power.
Dr. Pockman!
Oh, I was going to say the 2017 Power Rangers.
That too, and I'm kind of both dreading and looking forward to watching it for the first time.
Like most people say, the last 30 minutes is actually pretty good. If you can actually deal with all the... Continue.
It just, I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way completely.
Yeah. Well, that's a thing for another time. As always. Oh, do we really talk about our real commander's Megazord? We kind of skimmed over his.
Yeah, the fact that he is another body for the other Megazords. He can use, instead of using 4, he uses 2, and now you have 5 with the Shishi, and with Ryu it's another 2. That's 8. 8 of the Zords can be used at the same time, and the fact that the little kid gets sent for training because I guess they have too many Rangers now.
Yeah.
They have to cut their budget somehow.
Yeah, not all the Q-Thomas can fit into that wheel thing. You can only have 10 at a time, not 11.
Until the new Ranger shows up.
Oh, yeah. Him. I've already seen scans, and I am adoring it.
Suits. I'm honestly tempted to buy all the little vinyl figures, too, for this series.
I just want to know if, the Peggy and the other ones that the Red has used to change his suit, is that going to be used by the other Rangers or not?
I very much doubt it. Yeah, let's actually talk about those two. Because one of them is sentient, talks back and such.
I mean, where have we seen this before?
Ninja.
Also Drive, other things.
Goanger. Well, I don't know if that Goanger, the Zords actually talk.
Well, they also had these little toy ones, so I guess that would count. And they could breed.
Yay, car sex.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where somebody got the idea to do the Cars fucking Dragon series.
Mm-hmm.
That is an actual thing.
Yes, that is a thing. So with the Pega Q-Tama, it's pretty much a power boost. Makes the user a little bit more bouncy, more agile. A little bit hard to control at times, but it's pretty powerful if you can actually control it. And then I believe the
also we have the senior half and half Q-Tama.
Oh, here's some really cool, interesting facts about Pegason. He is the voice actor, Misaki Terasoma, is the voice of Shadow Moon from RX.
Wow.
Also the voice of Kintaros from Den-O. And yeah,
That's actually pretty cool.
um, um, I there's this other one that's from Fairy Tale, Tora Fuzar. I have no idea
I
what it
should know
is.
that.
Oh, it's a demon character.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like the shark-like guy with the golden
Okay,
chin.
I know who you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Also, since I'm going to be able to say this about Jesse here talking shit about Fairy Tale, I'm going to miss it when it's gone.
Yeah, that series is ending, and honestly, it's just from what Jesse pointed out. Yeah, all the girls do look kind of the same, just with different hairstyles. I can't unsee it.
I mean, yeah, but also, it's anime, so
Yeah.
you have to kind of work your magic somehow.
And the other Qtama that showed up in day-night cycle place where it was like what 20 something hours of daytime, but only an hour of nighttime, so people could sleep. It was the where is it? Tenbin. No, wait a minute. Was it this? Oh, Hikari Qtama. Sun mode and Luna mode, which actually powers up some of the other Rangers, Senshi. So far, it's shown that it affects Tenbin Gold with Sun, and the Moon one affects the Okami Blue.
Well, I mean, he is kind of a werewolf.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I did like the fact they actually gave some character development with Garu too. The fact that he was like really feeling down and bad luck, and then he continued to have bad luck, and he continued to work on. And truthfully, before that episode, I really didn't like Garu. He was always like a little sub character when he was on there, but most of the time he wasn't selected as a ranger.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much screen time. But then again, you gotta remember who the voice actor is. He's on another show that's still going on. Since like, what, 1990 something?
That was Zord
Yeah.
from One Piece, correct?
Right. So,
And- Going.
yep, still going on. It's already on like episode 679. Is it right now?
And I might make it by the end of the year.
I'm just reading the manga. I can read the manga faster than I can watch the show. So I'm not really
I just
missing
like
much.
the back. I just like the animation in general. It just shows how much hard work went into it.
Yeah. But anyway, we should probably move on to the next segment. This week's writer
I was gonna do some theme music, but okay.
this week's writer versus is Zangetsu versus Ryuki.
Regular Ryuki or Ryuki Survive?
We're just going to keep it base form and build up.
Okay, because I really don't know either.
Okay, so Ryuki
Okay.
uses cards and has a dragon. Zangetsu is a giant melon with a shield.
And yeah,
Zangetsu from Gaim, duh.
Yeah.
wasn't there
I am a fucking idiot.
Zangetsu too, or something like that?
What now?
Wasn't there a Shin Zangetsu or?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never watched the time, so I have no idea.
Yeah, there's a Shin Zangetsu, which uses the Genesis driver. And I can count that because if Baron can do the same thing, switches belts without completely demorphing, then I can accept that Zangetsu can do the same.
It's only logic.
Yeah. I mean, this is the guy who founded Yggdrasil and actually funded for the Sengoku belts to be made and Genesis drivers to be made.
So he knows all the ins and outs of it too.
Yeah. He probably knows the ins and outs of all the different lock seeds and stuff.
Whereas that's actually kind of unique within a series,
Yeah.
where you know like the ins and outs of every single little thing.
I mean, it's him and the guy that actually made the stuff.
Well, if you look at that way, you're also going to have to mention Neo Don Kaluto.
Yeah. He's Dan Kirito before Dan Kirito. But without the insane. He's actually quite calm-minded about stuff. He already knows his next few moves before his opponent does. Even through his Go ahead.
I mean, usually when we get like a rider with a belt, it's like, hey, here's this spell, it does things. You just try things out and hopefully you destroy the monster.
Yeah, that's where Ryuki comes in. He's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know how the cards work. Heck, when he teamed up with Zolda one time, Zolda had a broken arm and really couldn't put the cards into his gun. So he's like, hey, take the cards from my belt and put it into yours. It'll probably work for you. It didn't. The cards are belt locks. If somebody else were to use somebody else's cards, it'll just go to that person, to the original owner. So.
Which, that's still pretty cool, though.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool and has kind of like a co-op system to it.
I can't remember.
I mean, it'd be really nice if, like, you know, you're trying to make a deal with somebody so it goes bad and you're in the suit. Like, hey, I don't have my cards on me. Bam! Friend uses it.
Yeah. But, I can't remember. Was Survive multiple? I know that, was it Knight? Kamen Rider Knight?
Yeah, Knight and Ryuki both got a survival form. Odin was supposed to get one, but it was never shown.
But yeah, I couldn't remember if it was the same card or if they just randomly got that card.
They were pretty much given the cards. They're like, hey, I have this card. It doesn't work for mine, but it could work for yours. And it just kind of happened.
Yay, magic.
Yeah. It was a really lame way to get his final form. Well, a lot of the final forms nowadays, somebody has to die.
Well, also with, you know, Kabuto.
Yeah, he just kind of willed it.
Here it is.
He just kind of willed it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I want to do power up.
Yeah,
sure, here you go.
There's also the Hyper Battle DVD, which is like, hey, I sent another one.
I summoned one that's like a second after.
Yeah. Because Kabuto.
Yeah. So, I gotta say, Zangetsu over its experience over almost pure luck.
Yeah. I mean...
And also,
shit.
Well, the fact that both series actually had like riders taking on each other was interesting. It's a good matchup that way.
Well, you know this. You know the story behind that, right? That you know, the guy who wrote most of Gaim is the person behind Madoka Magica, who was inspired by Ryuki.
So this makes complete sense for a matchup.
Yes, and now all we need is more Madoka stuff.
No, we don't. I don't want to see that shit again.
I don't think any of us really do.
Alright, so... Juzo, Ryuki or Zangetsu?
I'm
Like I said,
definitely.
all I've seen is Ryuki. So, but when you're talking, the guy that knows the ins and outs of a belt, although it kind of makes me wonder how the hell did he not become the ruler in Gaim instead of Gaim?
Eh, I don't know, because his name isn't in the title.
Also, his brother's kind of an asshole, and it
Yeah.
was betrayal.
So I guess
I would go with I would have to go with the Zangetsu then. Plus the fact that it's the name of the sword from Bleach that Ichigo Kurosaki uses.
Mm-hmm. So Zangetsu over Ryuki. Dead. Using the watermelon lock seed. Not the giant robot one, the one with the Gatling gun shield. It was cool.
I like the Gatling gun shield one.
And I'm still trying to get the list here. Alright, here. Okay, so E3 this year was kind of disappointing.
We saw a lot of games and a lot of.
You kind of.
Other stuff has finally gotten a release date. May not be changed.
Yeah, we got release dates for a lot of things here. So, just going from A to B, number to Z. If we'll
give our thoughts on each of them.
Yeah. So, got the first one here is 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for the Vita and PS4. I have not heard of this title.
Nor have I.
It's an RPG by Atlas. And the developer is Vanillaware.
Huh, that could be good. Atlas usually likes to level up a lot of
fun things about it. But unfortunately, the wiki isn't up for this one, so it's in the dark. Alright, so next one is 2064 read-only memories for the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Most likely this one doesn't have one either because I'm reading off of the IGN page. So let's just find another one.
IGN, you're somewhat useful at times.
In other words, you're complete shit. Alright, alright, here's some...
Yeah, Master Eriquist can tell you that as well.
Okay, here's a much better list. Assassin's Creed Origins. For the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.
I'm actually excited for it, to be honest.
After what happened with, oh man, what's it called? The one that came out with all the glitches and shit.
Unity? No, the one before that.
It's one of those. Yeah, I'm not really. And also, I didn't really care for Assassin's Creed 3 either. It was kind of.
Was it Black Flag you were talking about?
Black Flag is 4. Number 3. The 4 was actually better than 3 from what I heard because it has all the ship sailing missions that were in 3. But I think it's like Unity or something. Unity does sound right.
But I mean, I mean, it might be worth the rent, but I'm probably not going to buy it.
Yeah, renting probably sounds good for this title.
And yeah, I've never played an Assassin's Creed game. I've heard it's great. It's a great series though.
The first 2 are pretty good, and then you get the Ezio trilogy, and it's kind of a build on from the 2. It gives you more weapons.
And then the Ezio trilogy ends, and it's just like,
what the fuck happened?
Nothing.
What was the point of this?
One question I have for about E3 is, did Bandai Namco actually release anything? I know after E3 they did Dot Hack GU They're going to do the trilogy on the PS4.
Ooh, that does sound interesting.
There's also, if I remember correctly, Bandai Namco is doing the.
Man, I'm not liking this.
But with Dragon Ball Z characters.
Yeah, I was just gonna. That's the next game on the list here. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I know how the title looks, where it's like Dragon Ball Z Fighter, but it's Dragon Ball Fighter Z. For the PS4, Xbox One.
So it's another one of those 358 over 2 days things.
It's, yeah, and from the looks of things, it's a kind of pseudo 3D, 2D fighter. And it looks really good.
It looks really nice.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's all like animation from. We haven't had our hands on it.
I really don't like how I'm cutting out here a little bit.
I really feel like this might stand the test of time compared to the Budokai stuff.
Oh yeah, especially the Tenkaichi series.
So have you guys played the 3DS Vert game or something like that? Bokington or something like that?
What?
There was a Dragon Ball Z game for the 3DS where you had like super moves. It had the revival of. No, it didn't have revival. It was Battle of the Gods characters and everything else.
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either. I mean, I know of Dragon Ball Fusions. But anything else, I haven't really heard of.
Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball stuff, do you think Yamcha is still as strong as a Saibaman?
I think he's a little bit stronger at this point. If he's keeping his training, which he probably isn't.
Okay, let's move on to the next games because
Cuphead.
I'm very, very much excited for it.
I am too, because it's a classic 2D fighter. I mean, not fighter, platformer. Because we don't really get platformers much. It's mostly shoot 'em ups or something.
Shoot 'em ups, RPGs, and action adventure games.
Yeah, and there's also not that many racing games either.
I think the racing genre in general has kind of just been milked to death.
I know, that's disappointing.
And I looked it up. It's Extreme Budoden. You have There's codes to unlock extra characters, but yeah, it has the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta, and everything else. And there's assist characters and everything else.
It does sound a bit interesting.
I'll have to look up some gameplay for it after the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, the Cuphead thing looks pretty interesting, and it does show some co-op play. So I hope that's going to do pretty well, and not as bad as it is for the new Super Mario Brothers stuff. Grabbing people, throwing them into pits, gimping jumps. Jeez, it's frightening stuff for a platformer. The next one of interest here's the next one of interest, Crackdown 3.
And we got the Acme Old Spice commercials doing the trailer for it this year, and
Is he the one that says he's summoning on his horse?
No, he's the one that shouts all the time.
Oh,
Terry!
Ow.
Sorry.
It's been how long has it been since Crackdown 2? It's been forever. I thought it was like on.
Yeah, it was like
360.
Yeah, the 360. Yeah. And it was like Midlife 360. And that was like 5 years ago, maybe more.
Yeah.
You got your very, very yearly sports games.
Yay, sports. I roll.
Oh, here's one that I've been waiting for. The Evil Within 2.
Mmm.
Or no, maybe I'm getting that confused with Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, because it's a horror game.
Yeah. I'm getting that mixed up. Oh, here's a racing game. Need for Speed Payback. Oh, I've heard of what happened for this. They got some random YouTuber guy to introduce it, and he I think what's the word here? He mispronounced payback.
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 Is it still basically
Just
the
give me my money, okay?
people that did Burnout series? I think they were bought by EA, and then they were doing the Need for Speed series.
Right. Some other games on here include Wolfenstein 2. Star Wars
That looks
Battlefront.
really good.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
That looks really good, but I feel like I'd want.
You cut out again.
Ugh.
I'm not sure.
It feels like another rent game, for the a rent
Yeah.
for like the weekend sort of thing. And see if you actually want to buy it.
From what I heard from the first Battlefront, it's just the Battlefield games with the Star Wars skin pulled over it.
Well, the thing that really put me off the game is no campaign.
Yeah, there's never been a campaign. It's just straight to multiplayer because that's what everybody wants. Yeah, but I hate other people. Why did you make this game for everyone else but me, that doesn't like to involve myself with other people?
Well, I just kind of like, like maybe like, oh, here's a mission in your ship. Here's a mission in this. Here's a mission in that. Just like that without, hey, here's a bunch of enemies. Go shoot them. Kind of missions that.
Yeah. Now here's the one that got me the most confused ever, because the last time that these characters were in somebody else's game, it pretty much ruined their franchise and made themselves reboot. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It's one of those games that I wouldn't personally.
Yeah, personally play, and it's pretty much XCOM if you've ever played those. Because I haven't.
Didn't they like sort of do with the rabbits with the Nabbids and part of the Wii U Mario games?
No, these are the rabbits from the Rayman games. The little rabbit things go ah.
Rabbid Luigi must be so happy.
Yeah, Rabbid Luigi's okay, but the rabbits in general, no. They even got their own TV show somehow.
I mean, what? Do I have to go to Nick and, just throw shit at the wall until they give me a TV show?
That's what it is. That's what it feels like nowadays. South Park, The Fractured Butthole. It's a pun because it says it's BUTWHOLE. And this is supposed to be sci-fi based?
They're taking on the superhero genre this time.
Superhero, right. And there's already
before it was, wait, there's controversy about this already?
Oh,
I'm not surprised, but tell me about it.
Okay, there's a mini game in there where the boys have to pretty much do a stripper mini game. And they're 10-year-old boys on really old guys.
It's also South Park, so I'm not surprised.
yeah.
I mean, Kenny had the whole acid trip with cat piss and giant boobs. Everything was boobs.
And also him dressing up as a princess in the last game.
Kenny is definitely trans though, from that, or at least gender fluid.
Yeah. Then we got Dad of War, the God of War for the PS4.
I like the way it looks, but I'm still kind of iffy.
It's not really. Oh, this game is completely new. Here we're pushing out on E3. You've already told us this last year, so why are you telling us more and giving us gameplay that we've asked for last year? And this time,
the thing that I would have done is like, hey, last year we talked about God of War. We had a little trailer, but now we have like an extended demo for you guys to play.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Would have been a little bit better for people to get better feedback on, and just in case for those wondering, what kind of gods is he fighting now? It's Norse gods. He's going to tackle down Thor.
What's next? Egyptian gods?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, and most likely his son might take up the mantle for that. So,
I have a feeling like Kratos is gonna die in the game.
Yeah, me too. He's got the death beard on.
Is he using
that? I'm gonna get a fucking crazy beard.
What'd you say, Juzo?
I was saying, doesn't he use a axe now instead of
the
chain blades?
Well, yeah, all the god power is gone from them, so yeah, he's probably using just a random axe.
It seems to be slightly enchanted though, so
yeah. All right, the next game, Skyrim. Again.
In VR and on the Switch, so you can take your adventures wherever you go.
Yeah, you already told us this, so why again? By the way, it's releasing this November. So
they need the money, of course. They need to milk it for all it's worth.
Mm-hmm. Even though they just recently released the HD version. And soon enough, you're gonna have to pay for your mods. So if you want every girl in the game to have giant breasts and you're able to take all their clothes, you're gonna have to cuff up $20.
I just want Thomas.
Yeah. We got Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I liked the first game, and the other two didn't really catch me as well as they did. Then we got Launch Game 2, also known as Neck 2.
I didn't play the first.
Yeah, the first one.
like.
The first one seemed a bit too, I don't know, system overloady. It was pretty much a game to show how much the PS4 could take or give. And me and my
cousin could take while they were developing stuff, but
yeah. And me and my cousin and a friend of mine were actually playing the first one time, and it felt like it was a little clunky while moving and such. And we had this one.
I'm still gonna have to play it at some point because it's who I am.
Even at this, and we were at this one point where we knew that the boulders were just not exactly one shot us, but they would just kind of hit us hard. We were at full health one time, and we just got side blinded by a boulder, and we just kind of laughed about it because of how sudden and random it was. But anyway, we got
also now that we're on the K's, I can actually talk about this because it was released before E3, like the day before.
What?
The Kingdom Hearts Orchestra trailer.
Oh. Okay.
Well, because it was released like just before E3, like the day before. All the conferences started and stuff.
Oh.
And it looks really fun. Like we get to see more from Kingdom Hearts, and like
in like.
It's the final trailer, apparently.
Oh, so that means it should be coming out soon. And the list isn't
Within
really.
a year, yeah.
Actually, the list isn't really alphabetical anymore. It's just kind of random.
Yay!
Um,
Well, I mean, you mentioned Knack, so it's just like, yay.
yeah, might as well make this relative. It starts with a K. That's good enough for me. Kingdom Hearts!
I'm a rabbit fan girl, and I can't help.
I like the game. I like the gameplay. Don't really care for the story. The next game, a lot of people were kind of disappointed with this. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I actually downloaded the demo.
Pretty much
It seems really simplified and just kind of eh.
the best way that I heard that somebody referenced it was, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your face?"
Also, the combat is simple. You only really need to press one button.
Oh, simple playstyle. That's not a good game anymore.
It's not a bad thing, but, you know, if Marvel vs. Capcom has, you know, always kind of been, you know, hey, look at all the combos you can do if you know how to do all the buttons and stuff.
Boo! I want to actually have my fingers in a twist when I do my combos.
Also, it's kind of harder to do a Hadouken.
What's so hard about doing a quarter circle turn? Forward quarter circle turn.
Well, because, you know, I expected, you know, hey, it should play like, you know,
Marvel vs. Capcom.
kind of slightly better spot.
Yeah, you're kind of really bad.
If it feels so bland.
Yeah. Then we got Call of Duty. Skip.
Yep. It's like Call of Duty. It's the same as.
No, it's
Apparently,
going back to World War II, which is slightly better.
yeah,
Slightly.
and apparently in this zombies mode, we've gotten intel from Elvira, of all people. She's going to be in it, apparently.
Who?
She's an old horror person from.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that doesn't really.
She has really. She's basically like, you know, like the really dark-haired, tall, big-breasted ladies and stuff that you usually do for like horror spoofs and stuff.
Ah, right.
Yeah, that's usually who.
Oh yeah,
it's
now I
based
remember
off
her.
of.
Yeah, I remember her now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
she
she's
looks
playing
like
a part in the zombies mode of that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was just trying to remember. Who's that? Who's that? Oh, right, now I remember. She had a comic book that replaced some guys from the Marvel Universe. I forgot what the name of it was. And then, after Call of Duty, the Spider-Man game. Holy crap, that looked awesome.
Finally,
I'm kind of meh on the Spider-Man game, to be honest.
What? It looked
But that's mostly because. Don't get me wrong, it looks amazing.
You cut out again.
Like, I want to see like some. Okay, lovely. I'm cutting out again.
I don't know what's causing it, but you're talking and then all of a sudden your mic thing is still going green and then you're back to normal.
Uh,
But anyway, after
just like the Spider-Man games, just like I want to see some like, you know.
it happened again.
After them, are you able to, you know? Lovely, fucking lovely. Okay, let me try this again because fuck my mind. How does swinging around the world feel? Like,
I don't know.
I can't explain it, but you're not in control as much.
Right, right. I mean, it's probably better web swinging than in Spider-Man 2, and that was actually pretty good momentum based.
Honestly, I played both the.
I'm not sure if it's me.
The game? It actually was really fun.
Please not this be me. Wow, this is just a travesty.
So am I just rambling to myself, or
It's like you're talking, but then all of a sudden it cuts out as soon as you get to the good parts. I'm not sure if it's on my side or
is that
anything.
happening with YouTube too, though?
Decker, still there? Wow, this is why I was kind of hoping for some of the others to show up.
Okay, is this better?
Hopefully it is.
Ish. Let's move on then,
Since you keep cutting out like you just did.
fucking lovely.
Yeah. Bubsy's back! Thanks a lot, Sonic
I'll
Forces
try
people
exiting out of the
joking
app
about
and
it.
coming back, and
I mean, seriously. I mean, I can get a good joke. I can get a good joke. But why Bubsy, of all people? I don't know. It's just... Well,
is this helping out, or is it being bad again?
I don't know. Bubsy, why do you think this is bad?
Wait, wow, Bubsy, yeah, fuck!
Okay, I'll take that as a yes. I mean, this is probably because of all the jokes that people made with Sonic Forces and that third character.
Honestly, though, from the gameplay we've seen from Bubsy, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that bad.
But who knows? That's just a demo. When we saw a demo of Sonic 06, he's like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good beta. This is actually the final product.
That looks really, really... I'm gonna have to play that at some point. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
You know, with all the working modders have done and stuff, you'd think they'd try to make it good.
Yeah. You know, actually, let's... yeah.
Go on.
No, you go on. Mine was just going to be something I thought we were done with. So.
Like, you see the freaking opening for Sonic 06, and it's just like, look at these fucking graphics, they look really, really good, and then it's just like, wow, that was kind of a disappointment.
That was the most disappointing thing that I've ever seen in my 20-year-old life. What we got next here? Yeah, they showed off Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yay.
That's still to be announced, but here's the interesting thing. This is going to be the first Kingdom Hearts that has been released on multiple systems. Yes, it's going to the Xbox One.
And no Switch reveal yet, maybe.
They might have a separate kind of backstory game for the Switch, probably.
Well, I think, because eventually they'll start phasing out if the Switch does really well, they'll start phasing out the 3DS.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Then we got the City of Final Fantasy.
That looks really fun, but I feel like I'd get bored with it really fast.
Yeah, I mean, there is co-op fighting, so it's something.
I don't think it'd be at something like Evo though, to be honest.
Yeah. And it does say early 2018, so that's like, what, March?
We also got episode Prompto.
Yep, episode Prompto for the uh, Final Fantasy 15, which I still haven't finished.
And it apparently also has VR support.
Oh, goody. I get to have motion sickness while I play.
I want to get that just for Mom to play Resident Evil 7.
Another release was Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. Pretty much a an HD port of the Final Fantasy 12.
Wait, Final Fantasy 12, it's the RPG one, not the MMO one, right?
Yes, it goes back to RPG, but it does still use the mechanics from 11.
Okay, because all I know is that like 1 through 10 are RPGs, and then there's 13, and then there's 12, and lots of games to play.
Yeah. And that's going to be coming out in 10 days, actually. Go get your pre-orders, people.
I'm interested in it.
What else we got here that's interesting? Oh, Undertale's getting a PS4 and PS Vita release.
And the Switch release, too.
I'm just seeing PS4 and PS Vita here.
I saw a trailer for the Switch.
Oh, here's a Beyond.
Like, officially Nintendo.
Here's a Beyond Good and Evil 2. And it's all to be announced.
That was a really fun trailer, though.
Yeah. Then they got Super Mario Odyssey. That was amazing.
I want to be Dino Mario!
You know, when I saw Mario take over a random civilian, I'm just pretty much imagining this is the kind of scenario. Hey, honey, how's it going? Yeah, sure, I'll go home and pick up some milk. But first I gotta go across town and all this. It's on me, Mario!
Have you actually seen that meme?
Yeah, I think I did. That's where I probably got it from.
The one where it was like the National Enquirer, and it's like, Mario take over my husband's body and now I have to raise his child.
Yes. Oh, and there's already controversy about this game for some stupid reason.
Oh, really? What is it about this time?
Mario's wearing a sombrero, insulting the Mexican people. Dude, sombreros are fucking comfortable and keep your face out of the fucking sun.
It's literally like wearing... What, do you want him to wear like an old lady's hat?
Yeah, he's even wearing a poncho too, and they're saying it's fucking racist. First off, it's Italian. Second off, it's Japanese developed this. They don't really care about racism that much.
Well, they do, it just, you know, they don't say the N-word.
They say it jokingly.
They do to an extent. It's more humorous to them. It's like, with some of the stereotypes, like, it's yes, it's bad, but it's also, it's a cultural difference that, we Americans are kind of just like, everything's racist sometimes, but...
Yeah.
Just like the video about whether or not Ghost in the Shell was whitewashing when they cast Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
And they went to Japanese people and they're like, is she a bad actress? If that's the only reason I don't understand. They don't care about race or nationality or anything. They just...
Yeah. You say, hey,
they just want to be good.
Yeah.
And we don't complain about, hey, Full Metal Alchemist is yellow washing, because, like, literally, they're doing an Asian movie where every character's going to be Asian. And they're supposed to be all from,
Europe.
Englandish. Europe.
It's Europe. It's the part of Europe that's kind of like a little bit of Asia, a little bit of Africa. So.
Yeah. There's also the whole Death Note controversy too.
Oh yeah. But anyway,
It's a white guy. It's a white guy playing white. Well, what do you think about privilege in the U.S.? White people, get over it.
yeah. Then
White was privileged.
we got announcement for Metroid Prime 4. Yeah, Metroid.
And it was 4 seconds of just, yay!
And also a remake of Samus Returns.
And there's the whole AM2R.
Yeah, but they canned that and stuff.
You could have just asked them to release that under your brand.
Yeah, but no, you know what? That costs money, and they probably had this game in development.
Completely remaking it.
Yeah, they probably had the development for the game while AM2R was already out, and they're like, we can't have this because it's going to take away all of our publicity for our upcoming game. We gotta shut it down.
Well, they did leave it up for a couple days after it came out, but
yeah. And there's an announcement for a Yoshi game and a Kirby game for the Switch.
Hi!
Yeah.
I like Kirby though. I want a Kirby plush.
And another thing, there's also a Pokemon game in the make for the Switch.
Is it Pokemon Stars?
It just says to be announced.
Exactly. That's why I said, could it be Stars?
Stars. Yeah, Nemesis.
It's the Pokemon Resident Evil crossover we all knew we wanted.
And then there's Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I still need to play that.
I've played the first one and X. I would actually prefer the first one over X because the X kind of puts your face over the main character and says, hey, go do stuff. While the first one actually tells you a pretty good story. And here's something that I wasn't really... And here's a game I wasn't really expecting to hear of or see. A remake of Mario & Luigi's Superstar Saga. Plus Bowser's Minions.
I already hate it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually quite fond of the first
because
game.
They're going for it. They're going to make it in 3D instead of
I'm guessing instead of 2D.
Yeah.
Well, instead of the pixel art.
Yeah.
Because that's what gave it. That's what gave the Mario and Luigi series its charm, was the art.
Yeah.
The more cartoonish arts, and that's my TV.
It's still kind of there.
I can't sit on my controller and play the thing.
It's still kind of there, but they're using the art style from Dream Team. Yeah. From Dream Team onward, which I really didn't care that much for Dream Team.
I played the demo and just like, this is not right.
No, it's not. Well,
no, actually, I wish they would do it E3. Although I doubt they would ever do it. Would be like Japanese only games. Like now that the Switch is region locked, region free, and the PS4. Let's see some Japanese only games. Let's see some Sentai games, some Tokusatsu games that are only released in Japan.
No.
No.
No, I was trying to do the Consuela thing from Family Guy.
I was trying to do the cat thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're not going to do that because it's pretty much saying, haha, it's pretty much saying, haha, look what you can't get for the Switch and Xbox. Yeah, PS4 is okay.
I mean, it would be nice, but it's not going to happen, especially with Suban.
Yeah. I mean, what happened recently with Suban is that they released a Sentai outfit for Final Fantasy 15 But for some reason, Saban thought, hey, this is Power Rangers shit. Get off of our turf. And Toei's like, you are on...
Petty as fuck.
You've been on our turf since the 90s. You get off our turf.
Also, speaking of Final Fantasy / Toku crossovers, I believe Final Fantasy 14 got Garo skins.
Yeah, I think so too.
I know. Heard Overwatch had some Seiji skin that was like very Kamen Rider Tokusatsu.
Oh yeah, Genji. It's Genji. Genji Shimada.
And I still haven't played it.
It's okay. I wouldn't really waste 40 bucks on it. Try to find a copy that's pretty cheap. Or
honestly, I'm probably not going to spend money on it just because it doesn't have a campaign.
There is no campaign. It's a multiplayer only game. I mean, every once in a while. Every once in a while, they do get this survival mode thing. Every once in a while, they've only done it like twice. They were going to do it a third time, but they said no. I don't think it's necessary of a third time. It's like you and a group of people.
It's just
fight robots.
It's really hard for me. It's really hard to get me to pay money for something when I'm not.
When the only focus is a multiplayer.
Other people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you go and play Diablo. Because that's a story-driven game with a co-op. That's actually pretty. It's actually pretty good.
That's the name. Well, I definitely want to do Borderlands at some point. We're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Whatever that'll be.
Right.
Yeah, I would actually love to do Diablo 3 with all the other writers. Everyone.
Yeah.
What's the max per person sort of thing?
I think it's at least 4, I believe. I think it's a 1 to 4 player.
Because currently I feel like we should find a game like all of us could play together. That's
the only one that I can think of is a D&D game, tabletop.
Well, yeah, I was talking like maybe video games or something. Because I mean, we could technically get Battlefield 4 because there's still a lot of players on that.
Oh yes. Sorry. That's Battlefield 4, and I don't really care for that game.
It got good.
Yeah.
I really don't like first-person shooters myself.
I mean, yes, I do have quite a few first-person shooters. TF2, or Overwatch. I think Left 4 Dead. But a lot of those are kind of, hey, let's get some friends together, let's play some of this, and just have a good time.
There is the kind of Marvel Ultimate Alliance game for the PS4.
Yeah, that's
Heroes and May it's free, but also
that's only 4.
Yeah.
It's only 4 characters. So I
guess
guess
and it takes forever to grind out for new ones.
Yeah. And I guess this is all we can say about E3. It was kind of uneventful.
I think we spent more time talking about other things than we did actually E3. That's how boring it was.
Yeah, I mean, before an E3, we should be seeing completely brand new stuff, not stuff that has been either shown to us in previous ones or shown through trailers off the internet.
Or just new stuff too.
What was that?
Or just any sequels that they continually just keep showing out.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like, I don't know, 10 sequels on this list. Yeah, we got Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Any Sonic game is technically a sequel at this point.
I guess so.
And then you got the sport titles and the Call of Duties that are all just come out every year, and
Destiny 2, Knack 2, a re-release of Skyrim VR, Far Cry 5, The Crew 2, Fallout 4 VR, Doom VR. Battlefield
To be fair,
2.
though, Doom VR is actually pretty cool looking.
Yeah. State of Decay 2, Forza Motorsport 7, Crackdown 3, I think I've already said, but I'm going to say it again. All this stuff seems very, very unnecessary and just not...
Metroid Prime 4!
Metroid Prime 4, another Metroid remake number 15. Really, really unnecessary shit.
At least maybe next year things will be better.
You are very optimistic.
And there's also the whole. Did you actually see stuff from the E3 floor itself?
No, not really.
They actually kind of recreated parts of New Dog City from Mario Odyssey, and they give out like Mario hats and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It looked really cool.
All right. So I guess this is all we could say about E3.
One thing I want to mention is that there is a Super Sentai actual game called Super Sentai Legacy. I think it's Legacy Wars. There's a way to, if in the U.S. and other countries, where you can actually download it. Then you have to like give it permission to play, but it's interesting and it plays the theme songs while you are using teams. And
oh yeah, I've actually heard of that game and tried to download it, but I was in the wrong country, so.
Yeah, I mean, some of us can easily look up stuff in Japanese. You know, it's not that hard, but you know. Anyways, I guess this is where we'll end it for now, because
yeah,
all this has been going on for like an hour and a half now.
Hour and 10.
Yeah.
And we
I
actually
have One Piece to watch.
And I didn't really notice this because I wasn't really looking at chat, but more of the list of V3 things, but E3. We have actually had somebody watching the entire time, commenting, and I am sorry for ignoring you.
Oh no, we are horrible people. We're sorry.
Yeah, well, maybe we should actually have somebody on the lookout for that, because I'm not gonna keep track of that shit.
I'm kind of just focused on talking and stuff, because otherwise my brain will panic.
Yeah, right. So next week, or whenever we do this again, don't know when. What do we agree on?
We could do Dr. Pac-Man, Kamen Sentai Go Rider, or the MMPR 2017 movie of death.
How about we
And
just do
fun,
both?
and
Because
cookie
mostly by
donuts.
let's just do both. Because
Okay.
most likely by the
And-
time we do this again, most of us will have seen both movies.
Also, there's the whole whose non-topic thingy is it?
Yes.
I don't know, since it's just us here. Who wants it next week?
Or next time. Let's just say next time.
Because nobody got back to us on that either.
Yeah. We've been asking.
I was actually gonna do some really weird show or a show that's on Netflix by the CW called Riverdale, based on Archie comics.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. From Beck Nerd.
I have been wanting to check that out, and I think that might be a really fun thing.
I'm not really partial to the Archie universe comics, so it might be.
My favorite was Archie versus Predator.
I don't really know much about the Archie universe besides multiple crossovers and that one time that the main character died.
And also multiple universes.
Yeah, and
There's an Archie multiverse.
but yeah,
I have actually not read any of the Archie comics, but I thought the show was actually really good.
So I guess it's going to be MMPR 2017, Xaid, whatever it is, the movie,
Dr. Pac-Man.
Dr. Pac-Man, and Riverdale. So
Okay, that sounds like it'll be fun.
yeah, because most likely it's going to be another 3 to 2 weeks before we start doing this again.
Though, are you off next week? Because Juzo, because I remember you were saying something about having quite a few days off.
Ah, yes, I am off the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
Okay, so we can actually get some stuff done then.
yeah, cool. Because I've already seen the X8 movie and the MMPR-17, and it's all deep inside my mind. So all I gotta do really is just watch Riverdale.
And I'll have to do all three, and we'll have to figure out some way for me to watch it, because I'm not paying for that shit right now. I don't have the money.
3 screens. Just see 3 screens.
Yay!
3
I
screens.
told you how we could fix that, but we probably get removed by
We
Facebook.
could do the rabbit thing, couldn't we? If somebody has the
Yup.
thing.
Me, I do.
Yeah, we could do that and just have a movie night or something for now.
Woo! I gotta see if it's even on Netflix though.
It'd be awesome if it came on Netflix. Or Hulu even.
Oh yeah, Hulu if we have it. Who of us has Hulu?
I do.
Oh. I wonder-
Yeah.
Because I very much doubt it's even in this list, but so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check later. So I guess we could just call it here.
Oh, and you can also watch Riverdale using my Netflix, Dallas.
What?
Does you still have my Netflix?
Hey, I saw the Netflix.
Yay, we can watch Riverdale.
Yeah, I kind of had to get the password again because I went to clean my PC with the PC cleaner and it likes to take away my passwords.
I think it should still be in our chat.
Yeah.
Mom
I
changed-
checked it. I've been marathoning Time Force.
That's something that we should take. We should watch. We should do as a podcast at some point.
Yeah, or we can do it. Our tea steak. Thing. We take episode by episode. Take like 3 hours out of a day.
I'd be okay with that.
And it would be like some time early in the day.
I mean, I have energy drinks, so I could do it pretty much any time as long as somebody wakes me up.
Yeah. So.
So we should be ending the podcast now, unless it's already ended.
I know, I haven't ended it yet. So, this has been Riders of the Lost Zord coverage on Uchu Sentai Kyuranger episodes 5 through 15 and E3 and its very lame stuff that happened.
And a writer versus.
And that's more of a transition thing, so we don't really need to announce it. So.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever, and hope you come back whenever we have the next episode.
Onions are onions! I think I said that
Don't
right.
break the poop clock.